That's a great question. How does North influence me? I think that a part of my job, especially since I'm new, is to figure out who North is. There's no question. I think people are proud to be Mustangs.
They have the ability to try new things here. That's not just our identity, but it's kind of, you know, it evolves. We're not trying to stay stagnant. We constantly are evolving.
And I think the way students support their school says a lot about a school's culture.
We do a good job of not trying to fit a specific mold. I think we're creating an environment that allows people to have success, and success is different for every person, but by allowing students to try new things and possibly fail and learn from those mistakes, we're providing them with skills that'll help them be successful later on. Yeah, I consider North home. You know, I don't look to go anywhere else. I look to be here for a long time. It's a great place to work, and there's a great group of students here.
To the best of your knowledge, who is North?
I don't know that I have an answer to that yet.
What do I like most about my parents? Okay, can you repeat that?
Okay, so what I love about my parents is that my mom's not around most of the week because she travels, but on Sundays we go grocery shopping, and it's really fun because I get to spend time with her and just like make silly jokes and stuff.
I really like my parents because they feed me a lot and give me a house to live under.
I mean, they're my parents, so like you gotta like love your parents. I really like that they're really supportive and they help me with things and give me good advice.
They put aside their own priorities to care for me.
I like how much my parents want me to succeed and do the best in life.
My dad has really good dad jokes, and my mom makes really good food.
I think my parents are really supportive, and they put a lot of effort into what I do, and they're really nice.
What I like about my parents is how they come to all my games for sports and support me.
They take care of me and always know when to help me.
They always take me to dance every day, and they always put up with me.
I like my parents. I love my mom. She's my best friend. They're funny and they support me.
They're always there for me. They always encourage me, even when I'm not feeling the motivation to do things that I want to do. They are always there for me to tell me, you can do it.
My name is Declan Carter. I am a junior at Blue Valley North, and I'm a fencer. It's really interesting because it's just you, the other fencer, and a referee, and it's you versus them. There's nothing like that makes one person like better or worse than the other. It's just you and them, no advantage, disadvantage. You start off with like a black mask that you see a lot of fencers wearing, but then I found an American flag mask. I was like, oh, this is really cool. So then I started like Americanizing all my like fencing equipment. Once I started like losing and not doing as well, and I was like, I really need to start trying harder if I want to do better, and that's sort of been my drive. I worked like a lot over the summer because I really was preparing for Summer Nationals, which is like the biggest fencing tournament of the season, and it sort of like marks the end of the season. I got top 16 in my division, so that's really exciting.
Well, all three of our cars broke down, so now we're here at the hospital to get on a bus, to a train station, to get on an airplane, to go get our cars fixed.
Right now we're on the bus. Don't be so loud. Which I don't really get. We've got these cards right here that I also don't know what to do with. And we're gonna make our way to Union Station, hopefully using these cards. Here we are with the Rider's Code of Conduct. If possible, collapse your stroller is the most important rule we've got on here. If I were to add a second rule here, it would be make boom. You need boom. Boom makes the bus go. Hey, look at me, I'm a busy New Yorker man who hangs on to the handles because I'm busy standing like a busy city folk person.
Okay, with the whole like standing up thing, they might actually get mad at us for that.
I doubt it.
But is
There's no such thing as being mad on the bus. I don't really know what this yellow cord does, but it's I'm excited about it.
A new challenger
rival
approaches.
Bus. Get out of here, you rival bus.
Vaughn, you're being
We're on the good bus. They're the bad bus.
Vaughn, you're being annoying. You're being like a nuisance.
I'm fine. It's the bus. I'm gonna be real honest. I don't really know how bus routes work. I don't know. I guess you just gotta find out online where they go and like check out the times.
They go where the roads go, man.
I literally have no clue. I don't know what I do with these either. More time on the bus.
This is the worst thing that we've ever done.
We get more bus time.
Don't even think about it. Don't. Are you expecting us to just walk the rest of the way?
All right, the bus dropped us off here in the dirty snow.
Here we are. Vaughn has brought us to beautiful Union Station, apparently.
The bus dropped us off here in the dirty snow.
You dropped us off in the snow. That was your doing. You pulled the cord.
Oh, Fritz's.
2018 is almost behind us.
Of course it's a good year, we just rode the bus. My name is Nathan Ekman. Yeah, I'm hoping to go into engineering in college. So I learned a lot rebuilding the engine and wiring everything. We rebuilt this thing so that I can ride to school in it. I can do anything with it. It's legal, it's street legal mostly. So I can take it anywhere, basically anywhere I want, as long as I don't see many cops. We bought this last year, or last fall, at a farm auction, and the engine was froze, so we had to rebuild the engine all of last winter. It took most of last winter to get everything in and painted, and so by the end, we finally had it running, and then all it was getting it street legal, which is kind of still in the process, but it's insured, so that'll work. But we had to rebuild the engine, and so most of it being put in was done at the shop, but we did a lot of the wiring and stuff just to make sure that it'll run and the ignition will start it, and so that everything will work so I can drive it on the road. My uncle actually found out about it and told us, and so he always looks at farm auctions, and so we found that online, and so we actually went over there and bought it for a good amount of money, but it was run down, so we had to fix a bunch of stuff up. We also need to fix some of the dials on the dashboard, such as the RPM monitor, which tells you how hard the engine is pushing, so that because the larger the RPM, the rate per minute, and then the faster that the engine will be turning in order to make the wheel spin. And also we need to get a new speedometer, which tells you your speed, because right now it only says 0, and we all know that's not true. Yeah, and then I need a new mirror, because that's my only trusty mirror, and so we need that to make it completely legal. The radiator fan cools the system, and so right now with it not working, it overheats a bunch, and whenever I'm not in neutral, it stalls out when it overheats, so that means the engine stops. So like whenever I'm at a stoplight, it just stalls out, and it's super annoying because I have to put it in park and turn it all the way back on again while at the stoplight. And if the stoplight turns green, then you're kind of just sitting there like a sitting duck. And then, yeah, so that's a little stressful. All right. Starting at my one trusty mirror. I already told you about this bad boy. Keeps me steady everywhere I go. And these 16-inch wide tires never slip up. These are the back lights. They look like they're from the 30s, because they probably are. And another 16-inch wide tire. And then these are the seats, probably the nicest part of it. So these seats are actually off of a Razor, and we got them for a good amount of money. That's the steering wheel. No power steering, so it's a pain in the butt to steer. Then this is the engine. Produces about 300 horsepower. Chevy 350 small block, if you know what that is. It's in most Chevy trucks, and it's really old. There's so many of these engines that, yeah, I mean, it produces plenty of horsepower. You can pop wheelies with this thing, so it's fun. And then there's the lights that work a good amount of the time. And then the horn. Yeah, and I'll start it up for you.
Youngdom. In 1902, a small contingent of Orthodox Jews met in Kansas City wanting to care for the elderly. And it's been an ongoing organization, moved from one location to the next to finally to this one.
We've got people from all different backgrounds, races, religions. It's a melting pot in one facility. It's really neat. We have everything from independent living to memory care to skilled nursing. The residents are just like your grandparents or your great-grandparents.
In our unit, visiting, you know, anyone wants to be validated by just having someone listen to them. And when you're in a wheelchair and you're unable to get up and do and be with your family, someone coming to you and just sitting down and saying, "Hi, my name is Jerry," and tell about yourself, you know. It starts a rapport that is priceless in the lives of these people.
We have 64 independent living villas. So I think right now we have 83 residents living out there, but there's 64 freestanding homes on campus.
We have a 3-story memory care building going up over here, which will have a beautiful facility with more of a household model. And then we have a 3-story independent living apartment going up with a parking garage below.
Probably if you drove by it, you would see they're digging the parking garage right now, but it'll be 3 and sometimes 4-story apartment buildings that are independent living. And so those apartments are fabulous and wonderful, and we're really looking forward to really expanding this campus and bringing more people here. It's a great organization. It's really enjoyable. I think everybody should volunteer through every stage of their lives. Yes. But high school is a really impressionable time, and I think that you guys would get a lot out of it. And so would we.
Yeah.
Hey you! You should go follow BVN Broadcast on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. We'll be putting up lots of fun stuff for you to enjoy. Follow us or else.